What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Talking with the Source podcast. It's your host, Robin, from Depp Paranormal and Talking with the Source, and my co-host, who's going to introduce himself and our guests. Go ahead, AJ.
Really?
Yep.
That's
you asked me to do it, didn't you? You asked me to do it, and I've done it.
I like it. I like it. Anyway, well, thank you for introducing everybody, right all in once. I like that. That was perfect. But anyway, my name's AJ Capasso. I'm the host of Talking with the Source. But my friend and co-host likes to, play games on us. So it's all good. Sorry, I had to make the noise. Anyway, we have some awesome friends with us today. First one I want to bring out is Suzette from CMPS. Want to bring her forward right now.
Hello.
Hey, Suzette, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. One of our other friends that is here with us, we have Jenny from EIP, baby, from Ireland.
Yes, we have someone from Ireland on. Yay. Jenny.
Representing Ireland. Woo woo.
Oh, I'm so jealous because I want to come out there so bad. But last but not least, the man who causes all the problems, the man of the hour, the principal, Brian Laverty.
What the hell? What the hell is that?
I'm sorry, buddy. I had to do it.
Wow.
No, but
He's also a part-time male model, and he's a part-time trash collector.
What?
A part-time male model and a part-time trash collector.
Well, the trash collector, I'm a little confused, but
I'm a little confused by that. How do you go from model to
it's two jobs at each end of the spectrum, isn't it?
Well, I'm not a male model.
Well, that's not what I heard, but anyway,
I could be.
Magic Mike.
I could be.
Check out your OnlyFans page.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, if you want, I can give the link for that.
There we go.
Yeah, go ahead. Give it to AJ.
I can give the link to my OnlyFans.
There we go. Everybody loves the bald guy.
Everybody loves the bald guy. Yeah.
You
So I'm not a male model, but I am an actor. I will say that.
He is an actor. And anyway,
and anybody's asking why I got the beard is because I have to wear a beard for my role.
I was just about to ask that question.
Yeah.
Can you talk
and I'm
about
a killer. I'm a killer.
Can you talk about any of it?
Yeah, actually I can. Not a lot. It's based on a true story of a guy that killed someone, and I think it was a little bit of an overkill, to be honest. He stabbed this guy 66 times.
Wow.
So it's a little bit of an overkill. And then on top of that, he stuffed him in an oil barrel. Now, see, this guy wasn't the brightest person in the world. Hence why I got the role. So
more I did.
So he stuffed this guy in a barrel that he killed, and then he went to on the water in a boat and dumped the barrel over. But the stupid idiot dumped it over into the water that was only 3 feet deep, and the barrel was 5 feet. The barrel was about 4.5 feet. So not the brightest person in the world. So So
you got the role.
and it's funny because the fact that I've actually done a little bit of research on this guy, and there's actually video on YouTube of him sitting in a court getting his sentence.
Wow.
And
wow.
he got 56 years.
Wow.
56 years for stabbing somebody 66 times.
Gee.
I think he should have gotten a year for
Is
each
he
stab.
still alive?
To be honest. Pardon me. Yeah, this only happened in 2017.
Oh, wow.
Oh my gosh.
Right.
Yeah, so it's actually kind of scary. It really is scary and this guy did it for money.
What's it
And
like getting
now
into the
I
mindset?
understand if you're going to be doing it for like millions of dollars,
Mhm.
but it was $80,000.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
$80,000, and he never even got any of the money anyways. So yeah, it's a pretty sad story, and the guy that got killed it's pretty sad. So anyways, what were you asking me?
What's it like getting into the mindset of this person?
Mm.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to say something funny here, and I don't want people to take this the wrong way because I was joking with the director when I said this.
Okay.
So when he was talking to me on how he wanted this particular scene to go, we did the scene once. Now, if anybody's ever done any kind of TV shows,
Yeah.
when they're filming a scene, they can film it up to 10 different ways, like
Yep.
10 different angles.
Aye.
And so they're doing around 7 or 8 different angles. And I said to the director, is it wrong that when I stabbed him for a minute, I thought about my ex-wife?
Oh, oh my God, that's terrible.
and,
Oh my
and I
God.
obviously I was joking, but and a complete joke, and everybody started laughing on the set. And he goes, play with that, think of her. And I was going,
Wow.
and I go, no, I get along with my ex-wife. So no, it's just it's interesting because you get to see all, and a lot of people don't know this if you've never been on camera before, but the cheating they do. Like there's certain angles that they can cheat to make it look like it's something else and
Aye.
in a different angle, but it's incredible. And that's why I enjoy it. Like I was even standing on set and I was joking with some of the crew members, and I just love it. I love everything about it. I love standing on set and them filming all these different scenes, and it's an incredible moment, and I feel so comfortable when I'm on set, and it almost feels like a second home. So, but it's a lot of fun. Now, I will say, last November, I played a role where I was killed pretty violently. I was stabbed 11 times and shot 5 times.
Okay.
So it was pretty, again, an overkill. And
so they were making sure then.
But it's funny because the fact that I was killed in November by a psycho, now I'm playing a psycho. So it's definitely interesting. And again, it's one of those things where you get to be friends with a lot of these people on set, because I've been on this show 6 times. And so they all know me. When I walk in, they all say hi, and it's funny because the relationships you develop when you're doing these different TV shows is incredible. But again, I enjoy it, and it's a lot of fun. And this one is particularly fun because of the character I'm playing. So yeah,
that's awesome.
Anyhow, other than that,
wow.
So the one you did in November, then, has it been released into the?
It has been released. That one I played a very famous doctor that was from Texas, and he was killed over a kind of a love triangle, and his name was Dr. Sunyasi. I don't know if you guys remember that. It was a very famous story back in 2013. He was I think he was a plastic surgeon, and he got killed. He was dating a woman, and the ex-boyfriend of that woman was jealous, and he hired someone. Now, here's another stupid thing. It's funny. I generally find most killers are stupid.
Yeah.
Some aren't. I find the ones that are more serial, they're more smart. But for people that are just going off the whim and killing once, this guy killed somebody for 2 bricks or 2 chunks of silver.
Wow.
Oh, no.
It's not worth anything,
No.
to be honest.
No.
And that's what he killed him for. And it was probably a total value of $1,000.
Oh,
Wow.
God, gosh.
And it's ridiculous. But that one was fun. You know, the only thing I didn't like about that one was they had this big jug of blood, and I had to drink it and have it in my mouth, and it's very thick, very thick.
Pig's blood?
No, it's I don't know what it is, but it tasted like peppermint.
Oh,
But when
Lovely.
you're drinking it over and over and over again and putting it in your mouth, unfortunately, there's no way to avoid not swallowing a bit of it. And yeah, really, really gross. What they wanted to do when I was being shot and after I was shot, they wanted me to spit out blood onto the ground. So, yeah. So, and unfortunately for me, they shot it like 30 different ways.
Oh, my gosh.
So I had to drink the blood 30 times.
oh,
So, you know, but no, in fact, it's on, if people want to go watch it, it's actually on YouTube now. Now, originally it was on the Investigation Discovery channel, but it gets pirated and gets put onto YouTube. It's actually on YouTube right now. If people, all they have to do.
Homicide or is the killing or something like that?
Homicide, killer's hours or something like that. And then, yeah, just type in Dr. Sanye, homicide, and you'll find it.
Okay.
Yeah. But unfortunately, the quality's not great until somebody comes out with a better quality. But no, it was a lot of fun.
How do you spell that, Sanye?
Sonnier. His name was Dr. Joseph Sanye. That was a great role. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, that seemed like a lot of fun.
Yeah. Yeah. So the cop ones are fun to play as well. I've played cops several times. I played a bomb commander in one, which was great. And my roles seem to be authority roles, tough guy roles.
Nice.
Those type of roles. So I don't think you'll ever see me playing a gay person anytime soon. So, you know, unfortunately not. Well,
everyone, this is fabulous. It's Brian.
That's okay. We've got AJ for that anyway.
Oh,
not that I wouldn't. I would.
No,
but,
yeah.
You know, just my point is the type of roles I get are more authority, deep voice kind of type of roles. Those are my type of roles. And of course, I could play a gay person very, very well. So, snap, Jesus. But what's my favorite role? Oh, that's tough. That's a tough question. I think my very, I don't know. That's tough. It's a tough question because everyone's different. Every role is different. I think 4 years ago, I played a cop that I really, really enjoyed. And it was, it was a cop again. It was a detective, actually. And that was about 4 years ago. That was probably one of my favorite roles up to this point right now. But the killer one is a close second. So, and then I film again on Monday.
Awesome.
Yeah, so that's why I still have this. So.
Oh, that is awesome.
Yeah. Anyways, let's not talk about me anymore. Let's go on.
All right. Well, real quick, we have Nando with us. Nando, what's going on, brother?
I'm good, man. How is everyone?
Nando didn't even show up for that meeting either.
What meeting?
Ooh.
The tech meeting.
Oh, my bad. I must have missed your call.
Really? Because he read the message.
Did I? I don't know. I don't think I did read the message.
I think you did because I went over the little icon. It said Nando.
Oh, my bad. Oh. That's AJ gone now.
DP, Nando, DP.
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry, Brian.
That's okay. The most important person didn't show up anyway, so once he shows up, we'll have the meeting. So
Where's AJ
after
gone?
the show, I don't know where AJ went.
I've no words. I've no words.
Come back.
That's
Just-
unusual.
Yeah, he just baffles me sometimes. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
He'll be talking to
He's
you
a
on the
subject.
phone. If we're talking to you on the phone, all of a sudden you'll hear running water, and you'll think you're at the toilet, AJ, aren't you? And he'll be like, "Yeah, I'll be with you in a minute." God,
Yeah, you're right, Wild Bill. It does. Gotta love technology.
Yeah.
It tells on you.
Mhm.
In fact, you know, the funny thing about that is, I don't think I read that. Well, you're the only person that did read it.
Was I the only person that read it?
Yeah.
Oh God.
You know, I must think. You know, I'm so popular. I get so many messages. I
Yeah,
can't keep
sure,
up with
sure,
everything. So you know,
So why don't we talk about
Okay.
this? We're doing this weekend on Through the Lens. We're gonna have Nando, we're gonna have Jenny up, and we're gonna have a few other people up
Cool.
and we're gonna be talking about Global Ghost Hunt.
Brian, guess what?
No, I don't know. I have no idea.
Well, do you know why Nando didn't turn up for your meeting?
Why?
Well, I'm actually pretty sure he was supposed to phone me at 6:00 tonight, and he didn't do that either.
Oh my God.
do you
Nando.
know what this is? Right, this is having kids.
Mhm.
Right, kids change everything, and it's been a bit of a, you know, last few days been a bit of a roller coaster with my.
Did
son
they have?
Rocco, so-
Okay, well that's cool. Did they have school today?
No,
How did they not have school today?
The bank
they're
holiday.
on their holidays.
Are you
They're on their
Holiday for
holidays.
Nando, are you at a bank holiday weekend?
That was last weekend.
So
Oh,
what
we
about
have
today?
Weekend.
It's
But they have
half
a week
term
off,
this
they
week.
have like a half term. They have a week off
Yeah.
school.
Really?
A
So it's
week?
like
Yeah.
reading week?
No, the week that they can just chill out and be kids and not worry
Yeah.
about school.
How
And
is
then,
that even
then
possible?
I
and
want to
then
go
end
to
up
the
in
schools over
hospital for
there.
6 hours
Yeah.
and things like that.
Yeah, Elsa's like there's a bank holiday weekend here this weekend, and Elsa's not back to school until Wednesday.
I think we
She's
need to get
not
Sarah
paid.
on here to find it to confirm this.
Oh my God, Brian, you're gonna laugh so hard. The other day, I'm talking to Sarah about the teams that are signing up,
Yeah.
and I went to type to my friend John, and I put to Sarah, "How you doing?" And I thought of you and started cracking up. And I tried to contact Nando, and I'm like, "Nando, I'm so sorry." It was great.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Burgers. That's Brian's little thing every time he talks to Sarah. He comes on and he goes, "How you doing?"
How you doing, Sarah? How you doing?
And do you know what's even worse? She gives that goofy smile that you can see that she actually likes
And
it.
she
I'm
starts
like,
blushing.
Yeah.
That's
yeah,
great.
she does a little bit. Look, she's smiling now in the background. She's actually got a smile on her face as we say it.
Well,
Okay.
I am a pretty popular actor here in Toronto. I'm not surprised
Uh-oh.
she's like that.
Oh, hey, Brian. Before we move on, I wanted to ask you: do you ever go walk out and people recognize you
Yes.
for being an actor? Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. How cool must that be?
I say hi, and that's about it.
Did you
Oh,
sign
really?
any autographs?
Sorry.
Did you sign any autographs?
People don't like autographs anymore. It's mainly pictures.
Oh yeah. I'm old.
mainly
Oh my God,
selfies.
am I old?
Well, you showed your age there.
Oh,
Hey, listen, I'm older. Hey, listen, guys, I'm older than Jenny, so I can say that.
Yes.
I'm older than everybody here, I think.
I was going to say, aren't you the granddad of the group?
Oh,
Careful.
Jesus.
Careful.
Oh, Jesus.
Careful.
I mean that with love. You know I mean that with love.
Yeah. Sarah,
If
how
you don't
you
mind
doing?
saying, Brian, what do you enjoy it? Because it might run you close.
Hey, Wild Bill said, first question is, can I get a selfie with you?
You know what? You know what, Bill? I have no idea where you are, but take a screenshot.
There you go.
Actually, to be fair, I've got some good screenshots of you, Brian, that I can share out if you want me to.
Yeah, it's careful.
Yeah.
Careful.
Careful.
Careful. Yeah, careful. He sent one that was absolutely god awful what I'm gonna look like when I'm in my 80s.
Oh, that was a good one.
Oh, that was horrible.
That was a good. I've still got that one actually.
I bet you do.
I've still got it. I don't know why, but I've still got it.
Oh,
No.
wait a minute. What's this? What's Bill saying? I'm talking about the ones who meet you on the street.
In the street.
First question is, can I take a sip? Yes. That
Yeah,
is
that's
the
a good
first
one.
question.
Yeah.
That is the first question. So hey, listen, I would do autographs too. I think autographs are actually better than selfies because depending on who the actor is, that could be worth something down the road.
Yeah, you can sell them.
So yeah. So
Now, tell
yeah,
me.
it happens. It happens. It doesn't happen a lot, but it does happen.
Yeah,
So,
cool.
but it's fun, and it's not the reason why I do it. I do it because I just love being on set.
Yeah.
I love everything about it, and if you guys would completely understand if you got on set and just feeling the whole atmosphere of the crew and the cameras and the lights and the everything like that. It's just, and it's incredible to watch too, because a lot of people don't understand how much it takes
Yeah.
to get like even a 30-minute show out there, or an hour show. Like we're talking, like for this particular episode, it's taking a week and it's only an hour show.
Imagine editing that.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Like with all the shots.
Yeah, because they do for the two scenes that I did on Monday, or 3 scenes that I did on Monday, for each one there was probably 12 different angles.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, and you got to, and I tell you, by the end of it, everybody else's lines.
Oh God.
Yeah.
you know yours, but you start to learn everybody else's. But that's the kind of actor I am. I just don't learn my lines. I learn everybody else's lines too. So I know what they're going to say. Because a lot of times actors will feed off other actors, especially during a scene. And I tend to be that type of actor. So if I'm working with an actor that's really, really good actor, I can really feed off that. And, and the scene is even more natural. And but again, let's get off me.
Yeah.
Let's go back to the show.
I wanted to ask you for about Global Ghost Hunt. So we have October coming up. Talk a little bit about it if you could for all of us, and explain what we're in for. I know we learned some things in May, so if you can maybe elaborate on some things that are going to happen in October.
Well, it's good that we're getting some teams signed up. Rootless Destination signed up the other day, which was great. And I found out from somebody last night they're going to be signing up. There's actually a bunch of teams that I know that are going to be signing up over the next month. So it's going to be a lot of fun. There's not going to be a hell of a lot different. It's still basically going to be the same. There might be a few things here and there that might be different. There might be more promo videos going out for the Global Ghost Hunt. There is one coming out tonight that everybody will be receiving in their emails, Robin. And so
I might put a Mando on there and say I didn't get it.
Yeah.
So obviously when it comes to the actual event, we are going to do things a little bit different than what me and Matt did in the first one. We will probably get, just to let teams know, we will probably get up on before we start the live, we'll probably get on the stream, because what we did in the first one was we just sent them the link, they came up, and then we started it. We didn't really talk to anybody or anything like that, but we discovered when we did that there were some issues. The biggest issue we found was people from landscape to portrait seemed to be an issue. So what we'll do is we'll get on the live with them to make sure everything's running smoothly and make sure they're in landscape instead of portrait, because some people couldn't even figure it out how to put it in landscape. So that was an issue. Other issues, I think what's going to end up happening in October too, and this is obviously what Jenny did with her group, I think you're going to find a lot more people are going to do the split screen. Which I think is a fantastic. I think it's a fantastic idea. It's something that I think AJ and myself brought up a few months earlier. AJ came to me and asked me, and I said, "Well, if they want to do that, they can do that. That's completely up to you. I wouldn't do any more than 2, because once you're getting into 3, 4, or 5, then people are going to start getting confused, and getting a little bit overwhelmed. So a 2 screen is perfect." But something that we're going to help the teams with too, And what we're going to suggest to teams to do, and something we learned in the first one, is if you are going to have 2 streams or even going live, at least have one person having the live going on their phone. So if there's any issues, they're going to see it.
Yeah.
And then they could tell the person that's doing the filming.
That's it. We did. I know we did.
Yeah, because we tried to message Jenny a few times during the live because the second camera kept on going out. And I swear to God, the first time it went out, I swear something touched that phone.
Yeah.
Like it jerked it a little bit, and then it went to portrait. And it was originally from landscape. How is that possible?
Yeah.
Like if you have the phone still, there's no way it should switch to portrait.
No.
Not at all.
Unless it's being touched.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, and that's what happened there. So we definitely, you know what? We definitely learned a lot of things. And like we told everybody right from the beginning, we're learning too as we go along. And I really honestly think, and from the numbers overall, we're very, very high for the first one. I think it's only going to go up from here. I think once more teams sign up and realize the value of doing this and what it's going to do for their team, I think more people will eventually sign up. And and our goal right from the beginning also was, the preservation of the locations is very important to us from everybody on the admin staff, and same thing with paranormal investigators. Everybody in the paranormal field feel the same way about locations. They're disappearing every year. Yeah. And it's really, really an unfortunate thing. What I found really, really cool during the Global Ghost Hunt, Paranormal or Haunted 505, when they did their live, when Valerie did her live, there were a bunch of kids came along, and these two were teaching them what they were doing. I thought it was amazing, and that's what we need to do. We need to teach the little ones the proper way of doing investigations, and not doing what some of these morons are doing on YouTube. And don't fall down that trap. And because honestly, at the end of the day, you'll never be respected as a real paranormal investigator. I don't care if you're faking videos for a while and then try to tell us that you're not faking, whatever it is. I think us paranormal investigators really need to teach the young ones that the value of this and the reasons why we do this, and the history and all those wonderful things. So regarding Global Ghost Hunt in October, obviously it's not as far away as it was for the first one. So a lot of people were waiting. I know Rootless waited they waited 8 months, 9 months, 10 months.
They were the first ones to ever sign up. I told them they were the first ones ever to sign up on Global Ghost, and I said they have a special place in our heart. So
10 months they waited to do theirs, and they learned a lot from theirs as well. And unfortunately, they were one of the teams that couldn't fix the portrait and landscape. So this is why we think it's so important to get up on the lives before they actually go live, and help them out. And we were trying to do as little as possible. We really wanted the teams to take the lead in the investigation, and it turned out good. It turned out really good. I'm really, really proud of everyone that was on the admin team, and what they did, and all the investigations, all the locations, they all did wonderful.
They sure did.
Definitely. I look forward to October. October is going to be awesome.
It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work, but it's fun.
Definitely.
It's fun. Again, let's get off me. Somebody else.
I was trying to move on a different subject, but,
Well, then, Bran, though, sorry, AJ, I was just going to say to Bran, though, that I did have a bit of an idea as regards October Global Ghost Hunt. No, trust me, Nando knows because I spoke to him about it. And it's potentially getting some big-ish names and places on board for it. for the sign up as locations and stuff. Nando knows what I'm on about. But I've spoke to a couple of people from the Most Haunted show over here that I'm friendly with, and they seem to be quite willing to endorse it. And obviously, some locations, including ones that are actually owned and run by them, they're willing to sign them up as locations for it. So that can only.
Obviously people know this that have been to the website. We have Barry Fitzgerald up on the website. As much as I love Barry Fitzgerald, I think he's a great guy. He seems very, very nice. He really didn't do a lot for us, and other than the video, which I really, really appreciate him doing. That unfortunately will eventually have to come down because he says right at the beginning 2023. So that is eventually going to have to come down. But I would love to have more of the bigger people in the industry supporting it or endorsing it. I reached out to Ryan Burrell. I don't know if you're familiar with Ryan. He's from Paranormal State.
Yep.
I believe his last name's Burrell. And I reached out to him. I don't think he ever saw it, but I would love to get more people like that endorsing it and encouraging people, because really it's about the locations, it's about the team. But I think one thing we also discovered during the Global Ghost Hunt was everybody working together. Whether you thought you were working with the other team or not, you were. And then people that had joined the Global Ghost Hunt were watching other people's videos or other people's lives and learning from them.
Yeah.
And because I know Rootless took some information or some details during other people's investigations that they kind of put into theirs. I think one of the biggest problems that I noticed during the live investigations, and everybody knows that I'm a huge fan of the SB7 because I'm a huge fan of the SB7. And I noticed during a lot of the lives that people were using the SB7, you couldn't hear it. You couldn't hear the SB7. Now, if you're recording and if you're filming, then you can hear it. But during the lives, you can hardly hear it. So it's small tips like that people are going to learn from and use in future investigations. So I think with everybody working together somehow or some way, it made it even a better. It made the event better. Because how many times were you guys watching a live that you saw another team that was a part of it watching your live? Like I know Suzette was there quite a bit with the other lives, and everybody else, and Rootless was there for every investigation. There was Arizona Pie was there for every investigation, watching everybody, and they were supporting each other. And I know we all talk about para-unity and preaching para-unity, but if people were watching the Global Ghost Hunt and saw the other people talking in the room and talking amongst each other and then saying, oh, wow, I really like that idea, I'm going to try that on my investigation. It's worth it all, because I think we're all trying to do this. We're all trying to change the idea of paranormal investigations being a joke. Because really on the outskirts of people not in it is a joke to them. And obviously we take it seriously. And I think it really showed people from the outside that these people that were watching and commenting and saying, oh, I'd love to do that. It made a huge difference. It really, really made a big difference, and it made the Global Ghost Hunt that much better.
Yeah. And I think by that happening, with everyone like encouraging others, I think that with the growth of Global Ghost Hunt, I believe that is only going to expand and hopefully overflow into this field and turn it around. And I'm hoping for that so much.
Yeah. Me too.
But yeah, so anyway, Jenny, what have you been up to, and what are you going to investigate next?
Oh my gosh. We were out on a whim last night to our favorite location, the Drogheda Museum Millmount, for about 2 or 3 hours. And what an evening we had. It was crazy. I know we had a team in there with us last week, and it felt like a quiet night, but always when we go over the audio and video, it's good, but it felt like a quiet night. Last night was anything but quiet. Last night I came home and had a very large gin and tonic. It shook me a little bit. It did. Oh my gosh. I mean, the noises that we heard was rumbling. I even sent it on to Brian, or I said it to Brian, and I think I sent it on to you as well. Was just, we got a new name, and one man was really angry. Louise did the Estes method first, and then Alan did the Estes method. And because he works there for many years, they know him more, even though my team has been doing that for about 7 years. But there was one girl who kind of came to me all the time and wanted to, and you could feel, it was cold or whatever, you could feel her there with you. And then we heard this rumbling noise. It was so loud, and I'm looking forward to going over audio. And I tried to tell Alan to stop talking, but he couldn't hear me because he was talking. The next place we're going to is the Athenaeum Museum down in Wexford. It's a place, it was from the 1914 of the Easter Rising, and that was the last place where people were hiding out before the English soldiers came in and got them out and so on. They weren't going to give this building up. So that's a fantastic location to do as well. I've been doing there for about 3 years. I don't know what we have in July. In August, we're going to go over to the UK. We're going over to Russell Edwards. He is he's the author of Naming Jack the Ripper. So we had him on the show last week. And so myself and the team are going to go over to him. We have booking our flights tonight. We have to book another flight. I have to fly again this year. My God. And I have to book another flight. But I'll do it. So we're going over to do a tour with him around Whitechapel, of where Jack the Ripper had done his murders, and so on. And then we're probably going to go to the London catacombs as well. So yeah, we're going to go live with Russell, and we'll do a little video of the London catacombs as well. So it's a few. And then we need a little break because we don't know. Then we'll be back in Leap Castle as well, of course. We'll be back in Leap Castle. And there's plans being made as well for next year as well. So they're just little snippets, but big ones for us.
The catacombs is going to be awesome.
Yes.
I want to go there so bad, just because the energy down there must be amazing. Not in a good way, but, amazing.
That's it. And I know we wanted to go to the ones in Paris, but listen, we'll do London. It's as good as any. So we're going to go to the ones in London. So we'll be with Russell on Friday night, and then we'll go to the London catacombs on Saturday night. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. That's what will get me on the plane, is to go over and do that, and then we can do a live from it as well.
Awesome.
So that would be fun. Really looking forward to it.
Suzette, what about you?
So we've been a little dormant just for a while. One of my team members has been working overtime. So he's been dedicating a lot to his job. So we were taking a little break, but hopefully shortly we'll do some investigations around Cambridge, Boston, and then we'll take it from there. They're still a little fairly new. So I do need to bring them up to par. And we need to start hitting locations again.
Fabulous.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm. That's awesome.
Cool.
I love the weather. The weather is amazing over here right now. So it's a perfect time.
I know. It was like hot as blazes. It was like 100 degrees. And now it's like 82.
Yeah. It's crazy right now. It's amazing. But Nando, what about you, man? So tell me, you guys getting ready for an investigation?
Yeah. So our next investigation will be the start of July. We're going to go to the Groundlings Theatre. We're looking forward to doing that. There's a lot of history there with regards to it being a workhouse for young boys.
Oh, gosh.
There's a reported murder from there as well. So we're looking forward to that. Also, we're going to be meeting with historian Neil Story, and we're going to be doing some stuff with him. on a project that he's doing. That's mid-July that we're going to be doing that. Top secret. Right in my ear in the mid-flow talking. So what was I saying? Yeah, so we're going to be doing that with Neil Story. Really excited about that. And then in September, we're going to be meeting up with the Patrol Paranormal and MJ Dixon, Lex, and we're going to be investigating 30 East Drive. So we've got a fair bit going on. One of the things that I'm really excited for, we're actually going to be doing a junior investigation where we've decided we want to teach the younger audience how to do an investigation and the right way of doing it. So we're going to get parents and their children on an investigation. We're going to do a workshop with them, talk about the different techniques of investigation and the right way of doing it. There's a lot of younger people we're finding are getting more involved with the paranormal, and we just want to go in the right way to teach them how to do that. So we're excited about that as well coming up.
Awesome.
That's great. That's great.
Awesome.
Great idea.
Bri, what about you, my friend?
You know, I wonder if there's a way to do that and do something like that as part of the Global Ghost Hunt.
Oh, wow.
Ooh, that's
Something we can
idea.
talk about. I just think
no, what I mean is, like, is there a way that we can, because there's a lot more, like, there's a lot more younger people. I won't say kids. There are a lot more younger people that are getting into it. I know there's two girls that are pretty popular right now.
Yeah.
I see them a lot on Instagram that they're doing it. They're very popular on YouTube. I can't recall what their names are, but even doing like a kind of a junior Global Ghost Hunt.
Yeah,
I think it'd be really cool as an attachment to the actual. So, like maybe some days we have the juniors compared to the adults. I think that'd be really, really super cool.
That would be awesome.
So, what is going on with Brian? Not much, to be honest. No, that's it. That's all I got.
He's still getting over from the first Global Ghost Hunt.
Yeah, I'm still recovering from that. I don't think people realize I did over 50 hours of watching paranormal investigation. Over 50 hours. I watched every single live from the minute it started, from the minute it ended. So, and making sure everything was going off with a hitch. Obviously, getting ready, getting started with Global for October. Regarding Huntophobia, I'm still working on some videos, so that will be coming out soon. Those videos for Huntophobia, and then obviously the UK trip videos should start coming out soon. Through the Lens is coming back this Sunday, and we'll have some people from Global Ghost Hunt on talking about October. And what else is going on? I'm in the middle of shooting a TV series.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Yeah.
That is awesome. That is awesome. I'm actually heading out tonight to a cemetery that gave me some issues over here. It's a 1600 Puritan grave site that has witchcraft symbols on the tombstones for safety, to protect the loved ones in the afterlife. It's, from the 1600s. And last time I was there, I had something follow me home. So me and my new partner, who is probably going to be joining my group, are going to be going there later tonight with some 4K cameras, and we're going to go see what we can capture. And this time I'm definitely going to, protect myself, because last time I arrogantly didn't, and I got payback. So
are you going to be this new person? Are you going to do this October for Global?
I'm hoping to.
Yeah. Robin, are you?
Absolutely. Yep. I've got quite a few things in mind at the minute. I've been trying to throw myself back into this, and I think I've went head first. But hey ho,
it's the only way to do it.
I was at 30 East Drive the other day. I think Nando probably seen the photos. I was back there the other day again. I went to Sheffield after it and did a little church, which I've still got to look at. And then I did Steve Clark from Def Leppard, his grave. And then it's up now. I put it up last night. Got some good responses. Got his name and all coming through on it. Then I've got a couple of locations that I'm trying to build up for talking with the source, that we endorse them, and in return, we obviously, as in me and like Nando over here and anybody else that wants to come over, open invitation, by the way. Then when anyone comes over, we sort of either get free entry or cheap entry compared to what other people get, and in return, we advertise them. So I'm trying to build a little portfolio of 6 or 7 of those. I've got about 3 or 4 at the minute.
Which will be going on Global Ghost Hunt too for
exactly. I was about to say that they will be when they're built up for talking with the source. They will also be built up for Global Ghost Hunt as well. And there is, hopefully, if we can get it organized, everybody's willing. This one, it's an investigation that's going to involve my team, Nando's team, and the medium Chris Conway, who did Most Haunted, the Scottish guy. If we can get it worked in a date together and a location, we've agreed, Nando, haven't we, that we're going to do this one big investigation together, and also we're hoping to have him endorse Global Ghost Hunt, and then obviously we've got Richard Felix as well, who at Derby Jail, which we're hoping that he'll endorse it. I've spoke to him about it, and he's quite willing for it. So it's just to sort of iron out the details, but it's getting the bigger names on board and locations on board as well, so that teams over in the UK that sign up, if they're lost for a location, we could possibly hand them one.
Yeah.
Cool.
Perfect.
Very cool. That's
But
good,
it's the locations on board, and if I can get these 2 big names to be on board and stuff, which I think they will be, I don't see why they wouldn't.
So if they are going to endorse it, these people that you're talking about, what I would like to do, if possible, is do like a 1 minute, 2 minute, 30-second video of them endorsing it, talking about it, encouraging other people to come aboard. Then we'll put that stuff up on the website.
Yeah. Well, what I've actually done, Brian, I was going to come to that. What I've actually done now, while we're on this meeting, is I've actually messaged Chris Conway, because I was hoping, I don't think he's seen it yet. I was hoping that if he hasn't seen it yet, that if he had, he might even jump on here for 10 minutes, but he hasn't seen it yet. But when he gets back to me, I'm going to ask him that if you can friend request him, I'm going to ask him if he can speak to you about it.
Okay. Send me his link. Send me his link.
His name's Chris Conway.
Yeah, there's probably about 4,000 other Chris Conways.
Right, I'll send you. Yeah, I'll send you his link, and then he's a nice fella. He would, even if he wasn't able to come on board and do a location, I'm sure he would do a 30-second, 1 minute video, and he'd probably put it on his website as well.
Yeah. So anybody that's, obviously in the upper echelon of paranormal investigations, and if they do want to endorse it, I would really like to get them to do like a 30, 40, 1 minute video, and then we'll just put all those videos up on the website. And also I think it's just make the website that much better. Like the website is done. I'll be honest, the website, I'm surprised, to be honest, how well the website's been doing. In fact, we had, and I obviously the company didn't understand the website, but somebody did something the other day and put their company in there in the website, and it was a company from Russia.
Oh, jeez.
And so it's incredible how widespread this website is done, and the analytics of the Global Ghost Hunt website is incredible. It really is, like thousands and thousands and thousands of views a month.
It hasn't even been a year.
Yeah, no, it hasn't. Well, it has been a year.
Yeah,
we started planning in April.
Yeah,
and but it's just getting tons and like I said, thousands and thousands of views a month, and it's incredible. And Jordan has done a masterful job on the website. And there's so much. And tell me what you think of this, guys, because eventually there's going to be a few other things that I said last year that are going to be eventually added. Like everybody else on the admin team, they're going to be able to send me a link, and then whether it's your Facebook, whether it's your Instagram. Unfortunately, it can't be YouTube, but it can be Facebook and Instagram. So every time you can make a post, it automatically goes up on the website. So it's like the RSS.com feed. That's what it is.
Yeah.
So a Global Ghost Hunt is up there right now with every time I post on Instagram. So once I get everybody's links, then every time you post something, it'll go up on the website. So so what the goal is, what the main goal for the website right now, and what I really want to do with the website, I want to make it interactive. So, and what that means is you will actually sign up for the website. When you go to the website, you can sign up. It will put you into a room, and then you can speak to other paranormal investigators.
Oh,
like
that's
it
cool.
would be like a messenger within the site, but you're going to talk to locations. You're going to talk to other paranormal investigators. You're going to talk to fans. You're going to talk to anybody that signs up for that site, or signs up to the site. That way, it's a lot more interactive. And everybody on the admin team, if anybody has a question within that chat, somebody on the admin team can answer that question to that person right away.
That's
So
cool.
To make it more interactive, I think we're in a world today where we want answers quickly. We don't want to waste any time, and we want to talk to other people. We just don't want to talk to a bot.
Yeah.
So so that's the long-term goal for the website.
Well, Brian, I've sent you that link for Chris Conway.
Okay.
And what I find as well with the likes of him and Richard Felix is they absolutely love coming on the podcast as well. So they're more than willing to come on. They'd be more than willing to come on through the lens or like I said, the Nando Portloa Paranormal and talk about it as well on there. So again, as well as doing that 30, 40-second video, that they'll come on your podcast if you book them, and they'll talk about it then as well and endorse it. So
yeah, that's great, man. Thank you.
Cool.
I appreciate that.
Yeah,
that's good. There's gonna, over the next 3 to 4 years, it's going to be completely different from what you're seeing today.
Robin, you're not useless. This is amazing.
Wow.
No, I'm just joking. I'm sorry.
Well, you know what? Let's not get
too overboard.
I'm always a believer. Once it happens, then I believe. Right now, it's just talk.
Oh, okay. I like it.
Exactly. Let's not get too excited, AJ.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. No, it's all good. No, thank you, Robin. And that's what I mean. Like, it's just once more teams and more locations sign up, it's just going to be, I'm hoping, and I know everybody on the admin staff as well is hoping that this is the biggest event, the two biggest events of the year, every year over the, how many years we're going to be doing it. So,
yeah, I believe that it's going to be with the other one not around anymore. I believe that this is definitely going to be something very major.
Well, unfortunately, it has come back.
That's all right.
It has come back, but and our friend over here in the Brady Bunch family right here got a message from somebody the other day.
Ooh.
Asking to join.
Did you get it?
What?
No,
nobody knows what I'm talking about right now. It's all good.
Yeah.
Nando's got this like.
Yeah, I know.
It was me that received the message.
Yes.
Yeah, I received the message.
Yes.
Oh,
but honestly, I don't think, and honestly, I'm not even worried about them, to be honest, because ours is so much better.
Yeah, I think just
3,000 times better.
Yeah.
Yep.
Definitely. So I look forward to the future for it. I think it's going to be absolutely amazing. I think the growth is going to be amazing. I just think working with the teams and getting to know everybody and just the atmosphere that we put out, I just think is very important. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
and I'm actually going to do something different that I've been developing. I'm actually going to bring and I have to see if I could angle the camera to actually see what I'm doing, but I'm going to start with the writing, the channeling. And I actually for a very long time now I've been doing portraits of people when they come to me. So I'm going to see if I could somehow get the light angle in and see if people could pick up if I start drawing also. So that's one of the things I wanna try to do at the October one, if possible.
You know, and that's what I said, and that's what I tell teams that have reached out to me and said they've joined and stuff like that. I've told them, just don't, try to come to the table with different ideas. Just don't go to your location and just do the investigation. Try to come up with some ideas that is really going to make you stand out. Just don't go in and do a spirit box or a voice recorder. If that's what you want to do, great, power to you. If that's the way you want to do your investigation, by all means, go ahead. But try to come to the table with something a little bit different, and that it's really going to stand out, and it's going to make people watch.
Yep.
So
I think that's important because you're running a single shot for the whole entire time, and normally there's different angles in a TV show. So it keeps you, focused and engaged. But with this, if you're doing what you just said, it'll keep the audience engaged. So I think it's very important to do that. I think that's a very important thing.
Yeah. And what's amazing is that when we went to the S. Keir Pierce house, right afterwards, I was getting this image of this gentleman with glasses, and he kept on appearing to me. He kept on whispering in my ear, and I reached out to one of my good friends that does tarot reading, and she said, Suzette, she goes, has this man come to you before? And I said, well, maybe he's one of my spirit guides. So I looked at the portraits that I drew, and this was several years ago, and it was the same gentleman that I drew several years ago that just came back to me again. He says, he was probably in the Victorian age, and he was probably a doctor that was treating S.K. Pierce's wife before she passed. But it was just phenomenal. So I'm going to start developing that and bring it on in October.
That's great. And that again, come to, like, you have enough time. If you're going to sign up, you have enough time. Oh, I know you did. I'm just saying in general for people that are watching, if you're going to sign up, you have several months to actually plan your investigation on what you want to do during your investigation. Just don't go around and do your normal thing. Do something different. If you do something that you haven't done on a prior investigation and see if it works for you. This is the best time to experiment. On because it's such a big scale, and it's why not just do it. Just do. I thought it was great that what Jen did, Eclipse. She brought in Catherine, and she was doing the virtual. I know. I spoke to somebody the other day that is going to be doing that. But this person who's signing up, she's going to be at the location, and then there's going to be a medium that's in the States, and I believe she's in Scotland. And they're going to be doing a virtual thing during their whole investigation. So why not? I've been on investigations before where I had two mediums on virtual, and they were both saying the same thing about this location, which I thought was great. And they couldn't hear each other, so they couldn't compare. So, which I thought was amazing. And then basically they were saying the same thing, these two different mediums. So I thought that was really cool. So even if you could do something like that, like having two mediums on, and make sure you have headphones on, so one can't hear the other one. and and just shout out what that medium's saying. There's Abyss. They did what Sarah does on her investigations. They did the marble and the glass. So I thought that was great. It's you got to mix it up. And it's like when you're putting a video on YouTube, you don't want it to be the same thing all the time. Right?
Yeah.
Investigation after investigation after investigation. There's got to be something different. So that would be my suggestion, but that's just me. So you're on mute, Nando, or AJ.
AJ.
I appreciate you guys coming on and talking, even though we talked about Global Ghost on and we got to talk about Brian. But I want to say thank you guys for coming on. I appreciate it. I love having just these talks, just to bullshit, just to get together, just to see how everyone's doing. It's fun.
I thought you were going to do a spirit box.
No. I was actually just talking. And
that was your picture.
What?
Wasn't that your picture?
No, that was just a picture.
Yeah.
Let's
talk about K2s for a minute. Let's talk about K2. Let's talk about K2s for a minute.
All right, talk.
What do you think about K2s?
I'm on the edge with it because it's something that can go off very easy, and it can go off with IR lights as well. So I kind of am very on the edge.
Well, here's one for you. This is a surprise, which is going to be a surprise no more, right? I purchased two new K2s, basically, right? And the surprise one is that I know that they can't be bought in America. So, AJ, I'm sending you one.
Oh, you're a
Oh, my God.
And it's this, where the lights go up and down instead of across.
Wow.
And it actually says that obviously that it's measured in milligauss, which they usually are. But I haven't got a battery in this one. But when you turn it on, the lights will light up. They're the same colors.
Yeah.
Huh?
But these are dirt cheap.
Where did you get them?
I got them on Amazon. £7.99.
I'm going shopping.
Oh,
Nando, did you order one?
No, I haven't yet. I didn't order one yet.
What's the
Let me get the one that has batteries in it, and I'll show you.
Okay. What's the best recorder?
The only reason why I bring that up is because somebody posted about K2s today on Facebook, and they went through the explanation of what a K2 does.
Yeah.
And my response was to that. I had a response. I think K2s are good for entertainment. I don't think they're good for investigations. I think so many different things could happen with a K2 that it gives a false positive or a false reading or whatever it is. And obviously we've talked about this on Through the Lens several times. Me and Lex, I think Lex brought it up, that you can actually manipulate the K2 by putting a penny in it.
Oh, yeah.
And because of the copper.
Yes, yeah.
So I think K2s are for me personally. And what kills me as well is there's a lot more people out there using the fake one than the real one, because there are two out there.
Yeah.
And the real one has a sticker on the back of the K2 and the fake one doesn't.
No, I'm going to be checking mine.
So what people don't realize is a lot of times when they're buying the K2, it's actually a fake one. It's not the real K2.
Wow.
So so you got to be careful with that. I think the fake one, I think it's made out of I think it's made in Japan or something like that.
Oh, wow.
And the real one is actually branded. It's actually stickered as a true K2. So you got to be careful with that. It was just something I thought of before you want to go, and just it hit my mind when I saw that posting today. Since we are talking about investigations.
So just while we're on, right? So this is the new K2, and if I turn it on, you'll see that the lights go up and down.
Yeah.
rather
Put it
than
near
a
the live and see
constant
what happens. Put it
Yeah.
near your phone. See what happens. Are you on your phone? Nothing. Is the
That's better
Wi-Fi
than
on
normal.
your phone? Is the Wi-Fi on
Yeah.
your phone?
Yeah. So to
Nothing.
me, that's only going to prove that if anything manipulates that. Now, the other thing, a couple of other things that I got new was Nando seen them. Was I got this?
Oh, the music box.
Yes, and you can download your own music on it as well. So,
Oh, that's cool.
Wow.
but if
You
anything
can
comes near that,
Did you say you can download your own music on it?
yes, you can put your own music on it.
Awesome.
That's really bloody good.
Isn't
Now,
it?
this
Because
one-
usually, yeah, they have the
That's thing that
contouring
it
or
comes
something
with
like
at the
that.
minute. But if I plug the lead into here, but outside of it, and then I put it into the computer, I can put the Exorcist music on it. I can put Halloween music on it. I can do anything like that.
Where did you get
Wow.
that, Robin? Where'd you get that? That's the one I'd be looking for.
Uh-huh.
What was it called, Mando? Was it the Little Magic Corner Shop or something? It's in
I've got
Stoke-on-Trent.
the link on my phone. I think it was the little magic corner shop.
Yeah, it's in Stoke-on-Trent.
Brilliant. Little Magic Corner Shop. I got a music box, but you know the old ones you have to turn it around?
Yeah.
And that little thing in the middle.
Oh.
Now, I got
This
that.
one, you flick the switch on like that, it plays the tune. It plays that for about 30 seconds while it sets itself up, and then it stops. And the only time it will go off then is if anything comes near the sensor on the end of it.
That's
Wow.
brilliant.
That's
brilliant.
awesome.
What's
Who's
the
it?
distance?
I
What's the
got-
distance on it?
What's
the
that?
distance? What's the distance on it?
I think it's about 5 to 6 meters.
Oh wow,
Oh,
5 to 6
But-
meters.
that's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a
I put this when I went to the lead chapel the other day. It didn't go off on its own, but when I set it down, I had to go down a couple of steps and walk round past it to get away, and it went off because I walked past it.
that's almost 20 feet.
It's quite a large. It covers quite a large distance.
Just be
You
thinking.
call- He called me up so excited. You have no idea.
But the
No
one,
Now the other thing I have,
the one
right?
I got from Wish, and I got this little music box from Wish, just from Wish, £3, €3, but it was brilliant. Tiny little box,
Yeah.
and it has a tune in it, and it's called Spirit Away. If anybody saw that, it's a Japanese cartoon. I don't know. My daughters knew it,
Oh,
but you have to manually turn it around, and the little steel barrel inside, and the little fingers, forks, plays the tune. And it's kind of loose enough that if you put it to the top, it's loose enough for it to be pushed. So last Saturday, week ago, when we were doing the museum, Alan was in a room by himself, had the recorder with him. We did a playback downstairs in the coffee room. The music box went off, but he didn't hear the music box going off. But you could hear it playing. Oh my gosh! It was the first night we ever used it. But €3, £3, £4. It was simple and cheap. But the one that you have, Robin, I'd be interested in getting.
Yes.
Yeah. There's also another thing that I have that I want it to go off because to me this would absolutely, without a shadow of a doubt, prove it. Right now, I've had this for a while but haven't used it, and it's about £12 on Amazon, and it's that.
An energy
Energy stick.
stick.
Yeah. Now, what it is this, right?
what is it? Though?
Okay.
Is that
Right,
the one where
well,
you put
I'll
your
show
two
you.
fingers on each side? And then
Yes.
it lights
If
up,
I
that's
hold
it.
this by the silver bit here, nothing. If I hold it by the silver bit there, nothing. But if I hold it with both,
Oh,
right? So my thinking is, if I stand with this in my hand, one side of it, and I reach out and ask, because it works in a circuit, right? So if I do this, it's because it's going round. So if there's a spirit there and it's strong, and you say, right, hold my hand and touch the other end of this, and that goes, it has to be. You can have 5 people in a ring and it'll still go off because it works in a circuit.
Okay. Oh wow.
So
that would be pretty
now,
cool.
nothing will happen. If I'm touching the end of it there and I'm touching all here, nothing will happen. It's only there.
So there you go,
that would
Robin.
be-
You got Nando. You have something to look forward to. You're going to be standing in a circle, holding hands with Robin.
Yeah.
Who said anything about standing in a circle?
Don't worry. I heard he uses a lot of lotion. You're good.
AJ.
Oh.
AJ, that'll be on the way to you soon.
All right, brother. Thank you.
Oh, that's
Appreciate
nice.
But yeah, I tell you what, that's actually a pretty cool idea. When Steve-O actually uses one of those balls that has the electricity going in the ball, and then you put your finger on it.
Yeah.
Well, he asked the spirit to put his hand on it, and it actually put a finger on it, and you see the electricity go towards the ball. It's on one of his videos. It was the coolest thing. Did he show you that and through the lens?
No, but I have one in, or somebody I know brought one on an investigation, and it worked. It worked.
Crazy.
You actually,
an idea.
Spirit was actually touching the ball, and you saw the electro going around in a circle like this. Now you would think, okay, if it was just like maybe it just moved, but actually you could see it going in around in the circle. Like the Spirit was actually doing this.
Wow.
Because
That's
the
quite cool.
electro was going in a circle like this.
Now, let me ask you guys a question. What do you think spirit is? What type of energy? Do you think it's a mix of different types of energy? Do you think that we are just electromagnetic energy? What do you guys think? Like, anyone who wants to start?
Anyone?
What was that?
I'm saying anyone.
Anyone.
I'll go. I think it's electro. To be
Electro.
honest,
Okay.
yeah, I think it is. I think it has everything to do with that. I think energy itself is correct me if I'm wrong, but is it not electro anyways?
Yeah.
So that's what I think it is. I think it's definitely a mixture of different things, but I think the main reason is electro for sure.
Yeah, electromagnetic. Yeah.
Yeah.
I always
agree.
think about the part of the the magnetic part of it, like a mixture between electricity and electric power like that, and then also magnetic power as well mixed together. Because from Todd's device, he has crystals in there that form energy that also has magnets. So it's kind of like, magnetic field is somehow helping these spirits gain energy, it seems like. So I was always wondering, like, maybe it is, electromagnetic, somewhere along those lines. So I like what you said. But Jenny, go ahead.
I agree with Brian. Energy, like they say, the energy never dies. There was a word in my head, and I can't think of it, and it will pop into me later. But it's electric energy that just doesn't die, if that makes sense. Does it make sense?
No, definitely.
Yeah, I remember sitting here in my living room one night, and I was calling out, and I had my recorder in my hand, and I was calling out, and I said, "I know you're here. I can see you at the corner of my eye. We've heard you," and so on and so on. Then you hear this man saying, "Jenny," but then you hear me in the recorder saying, "Did you say something? Are you trying to say something?" And I have it on my recorder as well. So the DVP, EVP, and I don't know, there's a lamp beside me, electric, there's me. I don't know where, I know he's in my house, but I just think it is energy. No matter what, energy can never die, no matter what.
Yeah.
So I do think, I agree with Brian with the electric and then energy as well.
Definitely.
It's like the sun.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's like the sun. The sun's never going to go away.
Yeah. Yep.
So I do want to mention one thing.
Okay.
Or I want to ask a question to Robin. Now, obviously, Robin, you've been through a lot in the last 4 or 5 months. We all know this.
Mm-hmm.
Have you? I'm just going to come out and ask. Have you heard your wife?
I think I have. I'm going to say I think we have, because me and AJ have done a couple of spirit boxes.
Your wife is there. Your wife is right beside you.
She is, yeah. I know she is
Yeah,
because
I've seen her the whole show. And
Yeah, I have
doesn't
two actually.
It doesn't normally happen to me on video. Usually I have to be there in person to see it, but your wife's been here the whole show and she's been trying to say something. I don't know what she's trying to say. Unfortunately, I can't hear them, but I can see them, but she's been there the whole time and she's trying to say something to you. So that's why I've asked if you've been talking to her.
only when we do a spirit box session.
Yeah, he's been having me do spirit box sessions when I've been trying to push him to do it because she wants to speak directly to him. But
yeah, but I can't get it in here. Remember, AJ, there's something in this house. I've tried for a couple of years now, and there's something in this house. I don't know if it's metal work on the walls or what, but there's something blocking the signal. I can't get nothing on Necrophonic, on SB7, on anything in here.
Do a voice recorder.
Yeah.
Do a voice recorder because she's trying to say something. I don't know what she's trying to say, but she's trying to say something. And it's strong. It's strong. Like normally for me, like I say, I never usually see it on video. It's always I'm in person when I see it.
Well, Brian, I knew that she was strong. I mean, the day that she came through when he had me do a session and she said the crown on Mother's Day, and then all of a sudden on Mother's Day he was at the crown with her ashes, and we didn't even pay 2 and 2 together until I noticed, and after he took a picture and showed me, and then he realized, oh my God, I had the ashes in my hand on Mother's Day at the palace, like she said.
Yeah, I was standing at Buckingham Palace on Mother's Day, and she's in there around my neck.
That's crazy.
It was wild. I mean, you heard it, Jenny, because we played it on the.
I remember the show. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what are you getting, Suzette? Just out of curiosity.
So I definitely agree with you. I definitely feel like she's definitely there right now, as I agree with you. But I definitely feel like she hasn't really left. Like she's very not protective, but she just wants to make sure everyone's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, when I tell you another quick one. When I was in East Drive the other day, Carol, who lives next door, can do readings. And as we were sitting there in the house just talking, she started giving me a reading, and I started laughing. I was like, Carol, you're doing another reading, and she was like, quiet. This is what she does, and she was telling me all this, and she said that she hadn't left because she needed my approval for her to move on, and I said there, and I said, well, you can all hear it now. My approval, you can move on. And she says that doesn't mean that she'll be gone from you. She'll still be with you, but she needs you to say that. And I said it there and then.
Can I say, Robin, to them what Sam said to you, like in a generalized thing?
Anything.
Okay, so my medium who I work with did a reading for Robin, and she said that she was sticking around and that she is about to reincarnate back into someone who's in their family who is about to be born, is going to be reincarnating into that person into another life, and the spirit guides are working with her to reincarnate into the basically person in their family who's about to have a child.
Our eldest daughter.
Her daughter.
Oh my gosh.
Now my medium doesn't know them, like, at all.
So the bigger picture basically is a Jerry Springer show, whereas the daughter is actually giving birth to the mother.
Yeah.
Oh, right out loud, Robin.
Rip Jerry Springer. That's all I got to say.
And may he rest in peace.
May he rest
exactly.
in peace.
Yeah.
But that's messed up, really, when you think about it, where she gave birth to her daughter, and technically her daughter will be giving birth to her back.
But that's nice to think of.
It is.
Yeah, I just
nice to think of.
And I think she just wants to be around you and the family. So that's a good, so that's a legit reason,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't ask for much. Just lottery numbers would do.
Yeah.
I'm not asking for a lot.
Has anybody since her passing that you've spoken to that has been a medium or has said stuff to you, Has there been anything about sorry?
Yeah.
Yes.
Because I don't know why I'm getting that. I continually hear sorry.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
That was just on the nose.
I
oh,
can't elaborate, unfortunately, but yeah.
No, that's fine. It's just I continually I'm hearing it this whole time. Now it's not necessarily coming from her. It's just that's what I'm getting.
Yeah.
AJ, does
Yeah.
it resonate with you?
No, it resonates with me because I know what's going on with him. That's why
Yeah.
it resonates. But I obviously can't say because it's only up to him to say.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's definitely he's definitely on the money.
Wow.
So yeah, it's very,
And
very
maybe sometime in the future I could probably elaborate, but at the minute,
Yes, absolutely. Yeah,
No,
absolutely.
it's your truth, buddy.
Totally.
It's
Yeah,
yours.
yeah.
It's yours.
Wow.
So it's just it's never really this strong for me. And and like I said,
I've
it's
never
usually
seen like that, Brian.
usually it's just when I'm like 2 years ago, I was standing on my balcony in a condo before I moved to this place, and I saw a spirit walking down the street. It stopped, it vanished, and then it was on the other side of the street.
wow.
Ooh.
And then literally somebody walked through it.
Oh, I was going to say nice.
Yeah, so that usually happens. And then 3 years ago, I was in a restaurant, and this waiter, I don't know what was going on with this waiter, but anyways, something was following him around, like literally attached to his hip,
Oh,
walking everywhere with him. Everywhere he went, it was there.
Wow.
And I said to him, and it was definitely a woman, and it was a shorter woman. And I said, "Is there somebody in your life that just passed away?" He goes, "Yeah, my mother just passed away 6 months ago."
Wow.
And I go, "Was she this
that's amazing.
tall and like this size?" And he goes, "Yeah." I go, "Your mother's with you, and she's following you everywhere you go, like she was protecting him."
could you always see this, Brian?
Yeah, since I was 9. But
Oh.
the thing with mine is I can't turn it off and I can't turn it on. It just happens when it
Okay.
happens.
Yep.
What do
So,
you see? What do you see when you see somebody?
you know
Do
when
you
people are
see-
saying black shadow?
Yeah.
That's what I'm seeing.
Okay.
I see a black shadow.
Because
And
I
it's-
see something like staticky. Like it looks
No,
like
mine's a black shadow, and it's usually a full figure.
Okay.
But the only thing with mine is I can't see facial features and I can't
Yeah.
hear them.
Yeah.
But I know if it's a woman or a man.
Mm.
And yeah, it's just it's weird. And actually I had a medium not too long ago tell me, a very reputable medium, somebody I believe in.
Mhm.
She
Oh,
says
wow.
you have no idea how strong your gifts are. It's just unfortunately your negative thoughts in the back of your head is what's blocking it from coming through.
Mm.
Oh gosh.
Yep.
So see, I grew up in an era where if you had that kind of stuff,
Mm-hmm.
you were the next day you were in a loony bin.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So so my parents or my family were the type of family that never believed in it. It was crap. It was a joke. It was
So you
not the
suppress.
truth. So everything is like, okay, let me put
Yeah.
it in perspective for you. As soon as I see something, the first thing I hear in the back of my head, it's not real. Stop looking at it. It's not
Yeah.
real.
No.
And that's because I work with a close friend of mine, and she goes, that's the part, in order for your abilities to develop to the fullest, that's the one part that you kind of have to let go. Always, number one, don't be negative, and do not always be in fear.
Yeah, see, the problem with mine is the fact that, and you guys know this, I'm not one that talks about my personal life at all. I just don't do it online. I just don't do it in general.
Mhm.
My father was a very, very abusive man. Very, very abusive.
Yeah.
And to the extent where you guys have no idea. So that's where a lot of that blockage comes from.
Yeah.
He was and my father was Irish.
Oh, man. Wow.
Not saying anything bad about the Irish. I'm not saying that. But Irish people, or at least on the men's side,
What?
and I know about the men's side, they're very, very stubborn. Very, very stubborn. And very confrontational.
Aye.
And that was my father. And
Yeah.
you know, so that's where all that stuff comes up. So, and that's why those negative thoughts hit my brain as soon as I see something right away.
Yeah.
The first thing I hear, like when I first came online and I saw Robin and I saw his wife. The first thing that hit my brain was stop looking at it. It's not real. You're an idiot. You're a loser. And stop being a stupid head or whatever terms he used to me as a kid.
No,
So,
I can relate to that, man. I can relate because family does
When
that.
when you see her, Brian, is she here?
well, when I first saw her, okay, so we're gonna get a little bit deeper in this. When I first saw her, I don't know, you guys look back at this at the beginning of the show. There was a bright light that came down behind him, and then she appeared.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if Suzette, if you saw that at the beginning of the show, but there was a light that, like, I'm looking at Robin right now, and it would be his right side, his left side. There was something bright that came down, and she appeared.
Wow.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Because there was a mist here a minute ago, and it wasn't that light either. There was a mist where it gets dark here.
No, it was closer to your ear.
Right. Well,
Yeah.
I seen a mist a minute ago about here.
Yeah. Yeah, this happened at the beginning of the show. She's not there now, but she was basically the whole show. I swear to God, and I don't know why, but she was there, and it has something. I don't know. It's like I was hearing sorry, and then something about AJ, and then I don't know. It's weird. I wish I could give you the full thing on it, but unfortunately, it's just back in my head. So
Yeah. I tell you, it's so weird because when I call on her, she comes through all the time. And, you know, Robin, I try to like encourage Robin to reach out to her, but with his signal there, it's kind of tough. But I ask him to reach out because she wants to talk to him directly instead of always talking to me through me to him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Robin, have you tried just taking time to yourself, like in a meditation, and see if you could just connect?
No, because how can I say this?
he's a bitch.
Right.
Sorry.
No, I haven't actually got the first clue on what I would do about meditating. I'm not saying I don't believe in meditation, because I would say meditation would work, but I don't know if I can get myself into that state that you would need for meditation.
Yeah.
no, Robin's brain is way too active.
It is.
Way too active to even consider
Shut
doing
it
something
off.
like that.
Yeah.
There's so much going on.
Well, let's take that down a notch.
Okay. There's one thing going on.
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
What I've done, and I was speaking to AJ earlier about this, is ever since she passed, and then like everybody's saying, you get people, and everybody says it, move on now, you can get on with your life and you can do that, she'll never be gone, and it's like, to me, I have two options. I can either sit here 24/7 and wallow in it and be sad and be depressed and not speak to no one and whatever, or I can throw myself back into Talking with the Source, throw myself back into Halfern Paranormal, throw myself back into Global Ghost Hunt, which I've done, and throw myself into anything and everything. You know what I mean? And I've done so much you know, I've just done what I think I should be doing, and that is trying to take my mind off it as much as possible.
Yeah.
And the best way to do that is, right, I'm gonna say this, AJ, because I know we spoke about it earlier on, and I don't want Brian to be offended, but I think honestly, listen, I think when I first joined Global Ghost Hunt, I don't think I should have there and then.
You should have
I
what?
think when I joined Global Ghost Hunt at the very, very start, when me and AJ joined, I think looking back now, there was too much going on for me with caring for her 24/7 and stuff. And I probably should have, and it's a fault of mine. I should have said, thanks, but no thanks for now. I'll do it at a later date.
I agree. I will make one suggestion, and it's really good that you're doing all that stuff. And my only suggestion to that, at least once or twice a week, sit down for a few minutes and reflect. Because if you don't, it's going to hit you like a pound of bricks in a year's time, 6 months time, whatever, and it's going to affect you. So my suggestion is a couple times a week, just reflect for a few minutes and then move on. Move on from it. Because I know people that have done that, what you're doing, and then 6 months later, they're sitting in a corner sucking their thumb.
Yeah,
because they don't know what to do.
Yeah.
It might not have hit you as bad as some people might think it hit you, but I'm telling you, if you take those couple of minutes a couple times a week just to reflect on things, you are going to be a better person for it, and you won't hit you like it does with some people.
Yeah,
that would be my advice.
Absolutely. But all I'm saying is, I'm thankful for the opportunity from you, and this now is the time that I can concentrate on it that I should have done from the start, but didn't have the time to. And I have a certain feeling of guilt towards you as a friend and you as the person who runs Global Ghost Hunt, because I probably should have at the start went, not now, maybe further down the line, but not now. But what I did was I took it on. I done what I could. I took teams on. I sent waivers out. I've done all this, all that. And then I had to say to you, I got to step back.
Yeah, I get it.
And leave you in the shit. You know what I mean? Whereas now, I don't have that. That's going to sound bad. I don't have that 24/7 for caring thing anymore.
No,
I
that doesn't
have
sound
the
bad.
time that I should have had from the start, but didn't.
Yeah. No. I don't take any offense, and don't feel bad for any of that stuff. And you're back now, and that's all that matters. And I know there's going to be good things for you. So I know there's going to be good things for me. My only suggestion is, if you could, and you don't have to take this advice, maybe get away from AJ a little bit more, because the whole screen thing.
No, I'm not going to cross dress. Don't worry. I'm not cross dressing.
You're on mute, buddy.
I agree. I 100% agree.
Oh boy.
I need the cross dressing side to AJ. I'm not that bad.
So if AJ disappears and we see a clipping or a news thing about gift card fraud, we know how that started with the
Here we go. You guys are terrible.
Oh God, that's funny.
Man.
No, but you know what, dude, let's be, and I can be honest too, and I think our friendship is strong enough that I can be honest. I was hesitant on you coming back to Global Ghost Hunt. I was, because I was afraid that it was going to be the same thing as it was before. But and I understand that, I get all that and what you're going through, and you were right, you probably shouldn't have done it. But me and Nando had a very long talk, and Nando really pointed out some good things, some good qualities, and good stuff. And I said, you know what, dude, He's your project. You take care of him. And no.
He didn't say it like that. He didn't say it like that.
I didn't say that. But no. And, I'm glad you're back. And I think you're going to do a heck of a job. And like everybody else on the MN team. And, the MN team is going to be doing a lot more than what were doing in the first one. So things are different now. We've done the first one. Now we're building up to the second one, the third, the fourth, the fifth. And there's going to be a lot more stuff and a lot more things to do. And it should be fun. But
it's all positive stuff. And the thing with you, Robin, like we've said before, I really do feel that Julia will be watching over and thinking, this is the Robin that I want to see. So just go for it and do what you want with it. We've already had a good laugh with the new merch shop that's going to be coming out. We've got some really good ideas. We had a good sit down, and it's all positive. And I think what's great about this team is that we're just not a team. We're really good friends, and we just make the most of it and have a laugh until Brian has enough of us and gives us the food. Then we'll see what happens.
I think when me and Nando were talking. And then Nando came to me and talked to me. I think merchandise is a good area for you. I really do. I think that's a really, really good area for you. And I think you'll excel in there. And so I'm looking forward to, like I said, I'm looking forward to October. And we're all moving on and hopefully bigger and better things. And that's it, man. That's it.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
Definitely. Well, I look forward to the future, man. The future is just like this. It's going to be perfect.
Yeah.
So.
And AJ's just like that.
Well, I'm hoping in the next couple of years we'll be able to get AJ on the streets and and the street corner at least.
Oh,
and,
I need a better corner. Mine's going dry. All right.
Oh, I love you, AJ.
I know you do.
Yeah.
But thank you guys for coming on. I just wanted to say thank you, and I'm gonna end this now because we went over an hour. So I appreciate you guys sticking along and sticking with me, and I appreciate everything you guys had to say, and thank you guys for coming on.
Thank you.
Well, you are paying us for coming on, aren't you?
See you later.
You are paying us for coming on here and having to listen to you for an hour and a half.
Yeah, I kept on looking at my phone to see if anything has gone into my PayPal, but I haven't seen anything yet. So
that's it. I'm going now.